Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Nathan, the creator of Frederick and Friends. I don't only draw cartoons, but I also love to play video games, mostly for PlayStation. I have a lot of games from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 4. And I am a really big fan of Crash Bandicoot here. But there is another game series that speaks to me, and it's Spyro the Dragon. I do love the Spyro games, the old ones that is, because they have beautiful worlds, fun-loving characters, and greatest beautiful 3D gameplay. And I'm amazed to see that Spyro is coming back with an all-new remastered trilogy for the PlayStation 4. And I'd like to share some of my thoughts and opinions about this new game trilogy. Well, as much as I love Crash Bandicoot, and it's the first PlayStation game I ever played as a kid, there is this one game that I first saw as a kid, and it's beautiful. Spyro the Dragon. I used to play the games every day after school. It's my second best favorite series for the PlayStation, and I love other games too, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Pac-Man World, Little Big Planet, and those other fun games, but Crash and Spyro are both my best favorite series. Now about the remastered trilogy, I was amazed and surprised when I first saw that they first announced it, and they had these better graphics and details. And I had to admit, I never thought that day would come when they remastered Spyro. The first three Spyro games were pretty, but now they're making them prettier. I mean, just look at this picture. How it was old and polygon-like before, and now it has even more details than we've ever seen before our eyes. Who'd have thought that they could make a better graphical game from this to this? But I couldn't say the same for the dragons. I mean, they look way different. Like, they're artists, wizards, and soldiers. Kind of like they're different personality types. I kinda like the dragons of how they were before this was made, but if they wanted to make the game look more interesting, then I guess they could put more personality on those dragons. I'm a little concerned about the gameplay though. Like, see the first picture? How it was all just polygons and colorful and simple platforming? But now that they're remaking the colorful polygon type, the game is sure to be more complicated and confusing. And when I first saw this picture, I got a little disappointed because I thought the Nork would be the same as the picture on the right. 'Cause I like it when his big belly bounces Spyro off, and I think that's pretty funny. But now, it's a big metal shield, and that's sure to not be funny. I don't know, though. I was impressed of how they did the highlights for Spyro's flame breath attack. Like, they added more light, and the grass can be a bit burnt, too. And that is pretty detailed and impressive. I noticed when I first saw the Toasty Boss level. Now, I'm pretty sure you all remember the Colossus level from Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. I do. I remember playing the demo of it when I was playing Crash Team Racing. Well, anyway, the level does look interesting, but the characters, I thought the monks were pigs. But I didn't know they'd be a little dragonish-like with ears. And those statues, I thought they were going to be like Buddhas from the original version. But now they're holding hockey sticks. That's pretty clever because hockey is the best game in Colossus that they could think of. And nice work on the Scorch level. Reminds me of the Arabian Nights, and look at the camel there. That looks pretty cartoony. And the desert view looks beautiful from where Spyro is standing. But there's one thing that bothers me in this picture. How is that camel sticking its head in the ground without even having dirt surrounding its neck? that is weird. Look how they did with the lava and magma cone. I mean, the lava is so bright and brightly colored with a lavish pattern around it. I wonder if it will look the same in Skelos Batlands or Molten Crater. Well, we'll know for sure once we see it. Ah, Sunrise Spring, one of my favorite homeworlds to go for a swim or for a walk in the woods. But Evening Lake is my best favorite in Spyro Year of the Dragon, and I can't wait to see what it'll look like in the remastered version. And that's pretty impressive how they detailed the leaves on the trees, and the water looks really nice. I mean, I can't wait to see Spyro take a dip in there. And that beautiful water cave. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you remember the first level in Spyro Year of the Dragon, the Sunny Villa level. And I gotta say, that looks pretty impressive. It's just like the original version, but with better details. I know, I keep saying that, but I'm just amazed of how they made this game. It's really cool. Okay, there's this one thing that bothers me though, the heads-up display. In the second and third game, the extra lives are on the right, and the eggs are in the middle. But they should do the opposite to make it look like a classic, if they want this game to look exactly like the classic. The extra lives should belong in the middle, while the eggs and enemy particles, whatever those are, should stay on the right. Does anyone agree with that? And look, Winter Tundra, one of the most beautiful places of Avalar. Nothing I've ever seen such more of a beautiful sight. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, just wait until we see the whole thing. And I can't wait to see Summer Forest and Autumn Plains too. Those are beautiful. And now we're moving on to the characters. Like Nasty Nork, for example. Look how sharp his armor is, literally. He sure looks ugly, alright. Ugly? That doesn't! Whoa! I almost turned into Crystal that time. Good thing you missed. Look how they did with the detail of Ripto. How they gave him some bigger eyebrows and a scaly type of skin. And that big horn on top of him. Ripto does look evil in this picture. And I wonder what the sorceress will be like when we see a picture of her. This one I had a good laugh at when I first saw it. Moneybags looks so funny looking, all fancy and snooty. He may think he's a gentleman, but he's a greedy bear and everyone knows that. A greed for treasure, that is. I can't wait to see what it's like when I charge his back in the third game. The remastered version, that is. I bet everyone will have fun with that. Aw, look at Sheila. I like her adorable new look. I love how they added the red hair and that fancy Australian explorer outfit. Isn't she the cutest? I can't wait to play as her. You know, I liked Sheila at first when I first played the original game, but now she looks even better than before. And it amazed a lot of fans, I believe. Nice new Elora design, though I didn't expect her to be wearing a leaf dress or skirt or something, and her hair looks a little more messed up kinda. I thought her hair would be smooth, and I thought she'd be wearing a green tank top or something. You know, kinda like this. Or this. Or this. Those were just pictures made by other fans who liked the Spyro games. But if Toys for Bob wanted to make Elora look the way they want to, then I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Because Elora is Elora, and she is a nice lady. Hunter is one of my favorite characters from the Spyro games. And look at him now. He's much more furry than before. And he has that green strap around his chest. Maybe that's for his archery thing. You know, for archery, 'cause he's good at shooting arrows. And he and Spyro make a great team fighting off those Earth Shapers. And I've gotta say, he looks awesomely amazing and handsome with his new pants and pads and helmet. I mean, it's incredible, isn't he? He looks kinda like Crash Bandicoot, but with a helmet and pads. So those are my thoughts and opinions about the new Spyro trilogy. I'm really looking forward to this game, so I pre-ordered it on my PlayStation 4, and it should be downloaded soon. But you know what's weird? They said that the first game will only be on the disc, and the other two games, you have to download them. But that's no problem. I can do that. I have a PlayStation Network account. So if you have any other thoughts and opinions about the game, just comment them in the comments below. But no swearing, please. I can't stand swear words. And if you're interested, you can look at my comics if you haven't seen them yet. I have them as videos in my YouTube channel. Well, thanks for watching, and so long.